All right, tonight is May 9th, 2023. It's a regular meeting for the Shafter Planning Commission. We'll call a meeting to order at 6 p.m. Tonight, the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Commissioner Fizer, and then I'll follow with the invocation.
Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow. God, thank you for allowing us to be in good health and to be present for tonight's meeting. Please give us the knowledge and wisdom to make the correct decisions for the city of Shafter and the community. Amen. All commissioners are present except for Commissioner Wiebe, who has an excused absence for tonight. Can I have entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda, May 9th, 2023?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second the motion.
Commissioner Joshan,
Aye.
Heiser,
Aye.
France,
Aye.
and Sanchez.
Aye. And can I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting dated April 11th, 2023?
I approve the minutes dated 2023. Sorry, 14/2023.
Second.
Commissioner Joshan,
Aye.
Heiser,
Aye.
France,
Aye.
and Sanchez.
Aye. Next portion of the meeting is public comment. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons wanting to address the commission only on matters not listed on this agenda. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes unless additional time is needed for translation. Please state your name and address for the record before making your presentation. Anyone on Zoom or in the audience for public comment? And we'll close public comment at this time. And move on to the items on the agenda. Ask staff to present item number 1.
Yes, Honorable Chairman and Commission. Our first one is specific plan amendment number 2206, which is the Orchard Park specific plan area. As you know, Orchard Park is located in the northwest area of the core of the city. And so this is the vicinity map. The specific plan was actually approved in the mid 2000s. All environmental documentation was done at that time. The applicant, who is in the audience and can speak to about the project here in a moment, is not intensifying the use. They're not adding any additional homes that were already improved. Instead, they're asking for some revisions to the specific plan. And I'll go through those right now. They want to revise the maximum floor area of proposed homes and the rear yard setbacks based on lot size. They want to limit homes less than 1,800 square feet to a maximum mix of 33% of the total homes to be built on 8,500 square foot lots. They want to limit homes less than 2,000 square feet to a maximum of a 33% mix of the total homes to be built on 9,500 square foot lots. They also want to limit homes less than 2,200 square feet to a maximum mix of 60% of the total homes to be built on 10,800 square foot lots. They want to replace the required retention basin to put it into a new location. And the reason for this is that they wanted to develop the western portion of the project. The western portion is currently owned by LGI Homes, and they're the first ones in that want to develop their portion. The other portion, the eastern portion, is owned by the Handel Family Trust, and at this point, they want to remain farming that. And so the retention basin was actually on the eastern portion of the specific plan area, and tracts need to collect and contain their own stormwater flows. So for the western portion to go first, they had to do some reconfiguration of the retention basin to have a retention basin on the west side that could capture that flow. They also wanted to revise some of the architectural designs for the proposed housing to be more in line with the products that LGI Homes produces here. in California and elsewhere. And they also wanted to remove the plant palette appendix to provide greater flexibility in designing the landscaping for the specific plant area. The previous plant palette had a lot of sort of water-loving plants that don't quite work in this drought environment that we have currently here in California. So this gives them the flexibility. Just to be clear, prior to approval of any track, a landscaping plan would have to be developed and approved by staff. Stay here. So my recommendation is to conduct hearing and then adopt resolution 23-242, a resolution recommending the city council approve specific plan amendment number 22-06 as presented. And I'm open for any questions you may have. Thank you.
Map real quick, there's transportation entrances off of each major roadway, right? Fresno Beach and Tulare both have arterial entrances or whatever for roadway.
Yes, a collector or collector roads or local roads.
Is there a roundabout in that plan somewhere? I thought I'd seen a roundabout. Where would that be at?
If the applicant would come up and like to come up and answer that'd be great, please. But I think probably as a point of order, tell me if I'm wrong, she should probably open the hearing at this point.
We'll open the public hearing. Come on.
Good evening, members of the Planning Commission. I'm Adrian Peters with LGI Homes. And just a couple brief comments, then I'll answer your question right away. We are really happy to be here in Shafter. We have a couple projects down in Bakersfield that have been very successful. And we were looking for another project, one that was a little further away so it wouldn't interfere with the sales down there. So we have sort of a radius that we try to stick to. And we found this property and we said, this is amazing. This is what we like. We like large lots. We think this is going to work perfect for us. So we're really, really happy to be here. Staff's been phenomenal. Steve and Mitzi have been absolutely incredible. Gabriel and the rest of the team have as well. I don't have a set presentation. I'm here to answer questions that you folks may have. There is a roundabout that is proposed, and we think it's at a great location. If you come off of the main entry off of Beach, which is the main north-south street to the west side of the project, and you head east towards our Central Park, the roundabout is at the Central Park's entry. So you'll see that as you come down that drive, you'll see the roundabout feature out in front of you. I think it's going to make a real appealing centerpiece of the project. So yes, there is one that exists.
Sir, I missed your first name.
Adrian Peters. Yes.
Adrian. So I was looking through it a lot today and I liked the large lot size. I thought that was good. I was going through it and the roundabout, was there a park? Am I correct? The neighborhood park right next to it?
It's just to the east of it. Yes.
Just to the east of it?
Yes.
What's approximate? Oh, here it is right here. 6 acres?
Yeah, it's approximately, yeah.
Perfect. No, I went through today and like what you guys I like what I'm looking at. So
Thank you.
other than that, I have no questions.
Any other questions from the commissioners? Anyone on Zoom, Vanessa, with questions?
No.
Thank you for speaking. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we'll close the public hearing at this time on item number 1. We can entertain a motion regarding item number 1.
Make a motion that we approve specific plan amendment number 22-06 Orchard Park specific plan as read.
just as a point, this is actually a recommendation of approval to the city council. Ultimately, it has to be approved by the council. The planning commission does the big lift of reviewing the documentation so that the council is informed of your recommendation, and we'll provide that recommendation to the council.
So we second the motion? I second the motion.
Commissioner Joshan,
Aye.
Heiser,
Aye.
France,
Aye.
and Sanchez.
Aye. We'll move on to item number 2 at this time and ask staff to present regarding item number 2.
Yes, absolutely. This is another specific plan amendment. You're gonna get three things related to specific plans this evening. This one is specific plan amendment number 2307 for the Gossamer Grove specific plan, specifically planning areas 2 and 3. Revisions to those 2 planning areas specifically. Just to give you a sense, this is a kind of the existing map in the approved Gossamer Grove specific plan area that shows you the PA or planning areas, the various planning areas that are being developed here through tracks in the Gossamer Grove area. So PA2 is, if you could see, it's kind of on the eastern portion of Gossamer Grove, and PA3 is sort of in this northwestern portion of Gossamer Grove. So the description of the project is that Lennar Homes, who owns Gossamer Grove, wants to relocate estate residential units from planning area 2 to planning area 3, so that planning area 2 will go from 166 estate units to 76 units. And planning area 3 will go from 0 estate units to 90 units. Just to give you a sense, estates are large lot, single family residential, as opposed to the R1 or there are other units that are not estate. They're called low density residential in the specific plan documentation. They also want to relocate low density residential units from PA3 to PA2 so that PA3 will go from 1,320 low density residential units to 1,161 units. And PA2 from 1,201 low density units to 1,360 units. Just to be clear, again, they're moving different size lots around, but they are not intensifying. Similar to the previous one, they're not intensifying the use in the sense that they're not adding more homes to the overall Gossamer Grove area. They also requested a change in the minimum interior lot width for a minimum 5,000 square foot lot within PA2, 3, and 5 from 50 feet to 45 feet. So they're asking for us to reduce the width of the lots for interior lots as opposed to a corner lot. The corner lots are the lots on the corners. They'll stay the same. In reviewing the staff report, Lennar Homes asked for one note to be added to the discussion. That's not in the staff report, just more of a point of clarification. They wanted us to note that lots within the redesignated area with the lot width of 45 feet will all comply with the 5,000 square foot standard for those lots, and the larger square footage lots would not apply with that standard. So that's just to make a point of clarification. And there is a Lennar Homes representative online that can speak a little bit more intelligently about that and what that means for them. So this gives you a sense of basically you see the number of units and acreage and maximum number of dwelling units for these various lots within the various estate low density within the different planning areas. And then you can see the revised changes to those lots up above in the sort of the red box that is to the top left of the other red box. So those are what's existing is in the actual box that says Gossamer Grove specific plan, and the proposed revisions to those numbers and the acreages are found in that other box. So with that, I would recommend that you open and conduct a hearing and then adopt resolution 23425, a resolution recommending the city council approve specific plan amendment number 23-07. With that, I'll be happy to entertain any questions. And like I said, we have Lennar representatives online who can also speak to the project.
Steve, if I'm understanding correctly, they're reducing the lot size on some,
They may not necessarily reduce the overall square footage of the lot size, but they're reducing the width, the maximum width of the lot from 50 feet minimum to 45 feet minimum on interior lots. So there's corner and then a bunch of interior lots and then another corner lot as you turn a corner. They would like to, on certain square foot lots, reduce the 45. It was basically as they were reconfiguring the estates and low density residential lots to be able to fit them into the new locations. They needed a little bit more wiggle room, essentially.
Square footage is gonna remain the same though.
I mean, every lot can be different. And, not every lot is perfectly 5,000 square feet, but if it's around a 5,000 square foot lot, yeah, they would like to reduce that to 45. Yeah, and again, the overall number of lots in the whole of Gossamer Grove would not be affected. It would remain the same. And again, John, Chairman Sanchez, I would say recommend you open the hearing, and that way we can get everything on record in the hearing.
I'll open the public hearing at this time. Any other questions from commissioners before we go to public? Anyone on Zoom wishing to speak, Vanessa?
Bill, did you want to speak?
Yes, if I could. Yeah, this is Bill Walls. I'm the VP of Land Development for Lennar Central Valley. Yeah, I just wanted to add that we have a new product that we're going to be bringing into Gossamer Grove, and that is the reason for the reduction in the width. The lot depths are going to stay the same in this area, but we're reducing the width. The product that we're going to be bringing in is very compatible with the product that we're going to be developing directly south. And this is the area west of Gossamer Grove Boulevard. And if you're looking at the map, it's south of the North Kern Water Storage District, south of their property. So we are currently underway in land development. We are looking at starting homes in June in this area. So we've taken this northerly area that we're redesigning with the 45-foot wide lots for this new product that we're bringing in. So that's the reason for the change and moving the low, the estate density and swapping it with the low density. So that's where it's at. And just wanted to say I wanted to thank Steve and Mitzi for all their help on this change that we're making, and I'm available for any questions you may have.
Thank you for that clarification, Bill. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any questions from commissioners?
no questions.
We'll close the public hearing at this point on item number 2. Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve specific plan amendment number 23-07 Gossamer Grove specific plan PA-2 and PA-3 as read.
Again, we just want to clarify, it's a recommendation for approval. It's a recommendation to the city council, not an actual approval, but otherwise, yeah, that's correct.
I second the recommendation.
Commissioner Joshan,
Aye.
Heiser,
Aye.
Franz,
Aye.
and Sanchez.
Aye. Move on to item number 3 and ask staff to present.
Yes, this one is a zone change, but related to another specific plan area. It's more specifically a drill island within this specific plan, Marcona Preserve. This is zone change number 2371, Marcona Preserve specific plan, drill island. This is the existing drill island. That's a parcel, a legal parcel that you see, and that is the site. Just to give you a sense, you see the legal parcel. Well, there's another kind of layer to this. There is actually zone areas that are mapped by the city. And in reviewing changes to the specific plan that'll come at a future date, we noticed that the zone area actually did not marry with the actual parcel area for the drill island. So essentially, and don't worry about it being in 7 standard. I think this is just a product of our GIS system. They're good, but they're not perfect. They're informational. But I wanted to give you a sense of what we're talking about here because it's kind of a weird little thing that we're dealing with. But essentially, the zoning didn't match the parcel. So we have asked again Lennar Homes, who has purchased a portion of this site, to perform a zone change to clean. It's essentially a cleanup, so that we just make sure that the drill island is actually in the parcel that it is supposed to be in. So what we've done is essentially we are going to propose that the western portion of that old drill island zoned area becomes specific plan. And then a northern portion of the parcel that should be drill island will be zoned as drill island. So at the end of the day, we will now have specific plan zoned areas where they're supposed to be and drill island zoned areas where they are supposed to be. That's really as simple as it gets with what we're trying to do here. And I do appreciate Lennar and McMacintosh and Associates for bearing with us as we worked through this process, because there were a lot of maps kind of floating around in trying to get our heads wrapped around this one. But I think once we do this, everything's clean and we can move on with the rest of the specific plan development. So again, my recommendation, or the staff's recommendation, is to conduct hearing and adopt resolution number 23-426. Again, a resolution recommending to the city that the city council approve zone change number 23-71. And with that concludes my presentation, and staff is happy to answer any questions you may have. And we also have representatives of the applicant online if you have any additional questions.
We'll open the public hearing at this time. Commissioners, any questions for staff?
So with this change, the drilling island designation will match the parcel.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. We're really, it's just a glorified cleanup that you guys get to all sit here and listen to. So.
Any other questions from commissioners? Anyone on Zoom, Vanessa?
Whitney, did you want to say anything?
Sure. This is Whitney Jackson with McIntosh and Associates. Good evening, Honorable Chairman and Planning Commissioners, staff. This is, like Steve said, an honorable cleanup. The lot was originally configured as that longer parcel. That's why it doesn't match the current parcel configuration, but the zoning was never changed when the parcel was changed, when the map was approved in 2018. So this is just kind of a long-term cleanup that everybody kind of missed. So we're here to answer any questions if you have them.
Thank you, Whitney.
Any questions for Whitney? Any other comments on Zoom?
No.
This time we'll close the public hearing and entertain a motion regarding item number 3.
I motion to approve resolution number 23-426. The cleanup of the drill zone.
Second.
Commissioner Joshon,
Aye.
Heiser,
Aye.
Frantz,
Aye.
and Sanchez.
Aye. Any reports from commissioners? I'm sorry, we'll close the public hearing at this time. Any reports from commissioners over the last month? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion, we adjourn the meeting.
I second.